What's up, you guys? I was gonna say happy morning. Lord have mercy. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well this morning. This review is late. I know. Tonight we'll do the next episode, which comes on tonight. We'll do that tonight. But I'm trying to get caught up, y'all. I'm trying to get caught up. I watched a couple of things last night so that I can do the reviews today and get us all caught up. And I'm gonna upload some stuff. Hey Shade in the city, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm going to upload some things today. So today is work, 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 work. I don't have anywhere to go today. I don't have anything to do today. This is my last free day before my vacation where I don't have to do anything. So today is really going to be about getting caught up and getting some content to you guys and make sure I have some stuff uploaded for next week as well. So I won't leave you guys alone. But let's get into the Real Housewives of Dubai. Now listen, I like the Real Housewives of Dubai. And I think this season is pretty interesting. I'm trying to change my mindset on reality TV. And I'm trying to not get caught up in, well, if nobody was screaming and hollering, then it wasn't a good episode. I'm really trying to change my mindset and get out of that mindset. You know, we've had that conversation before. So I really think this was a solid episode. I think it was a good episode of where they're going to set the stage. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to send something before I forget to do it. Okay. Here is my flight info. Hold on. The majority of the group will be coming with me, but there is a couple that be arriving. Okay. Sorry about that. That was the people from the Airbnb asking me for some information, and I was like, I need to do it now because if I don't, y'all know my mind, I'm going to forget. All right. So the Real Housewives of Dubai. This is episode 2 of season 2. So we're dealing with the aftermath of the party that Talene had. I like Talene, right? I like Talene as a newbie. Caroline is a little off this season. Not quite sure what's going on with her. I think it's a variety of things that's going on with her. This episode, it was sort of revealed that it seems like everybody's sort of jealous of everybody else's relationship with somebody else. You know, that is such a real thing, but it's such a sad thing to see it among 30 and 40-year-olds. Like, that's something I deal with in high school when I have my students that come to me and they're upset because they were friends with one person and they didn't like this other person. And then they wake up one day and the person that everybody didn't like is now friends with the people that they were friends with. And now they feel like the odd man out because they were like, wait a minute, I thought we said we didn't like them. When did we become friends with them? When did this change? And I'm really sitting here like, yeah, why are 30 and 40-year-olds fighting over Caroline Stansberry? Like, really? That's what this is about? We're fighting over Stansberry? Anyway, let's get into it. So, Ayan is letting Stansberry know, listen, after you left the party, girl, it got worse, okay? Things were said and Brooks called you a name that I can't even say. And Stansberry was like, oh, well, it must be a see you next Tuesday. Because, I mean, of all the words that you can't say, it must be a see you next Tuesday. And what they told us later on in the confessionals is that word is just a word you just don't do. It's so taboo. They feel like Stansberry's queen bee. Clearly they do. I mean, clearly. Because this whole thing is about Stansberry, child. Well, I don't think all of it's about Stansberry. I think part of it too, I think Brooks is realizing how hard it is to be a business owner and to want to be the type of business owner that she wants to be. Listen, selling luxury is a hard job. Opening up a nail salon, opening up a hair salon, opening up a full service salon, that's hard enough. But when you want to add the layer of luxury and you want to be the premier, yada, 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 that is very, very hard. And it is a high bar to keep. It really is. And I think she's figuring out just how hard that is and how hard of a, because it's, think about it, y'all. Think about it. When you buy a regular, me and Treese was talking about this. We went out to brunch on Sunday. When you buy a ticket on a plane ticket, your expectation is that you're gonna get on your plane with relatively little to no, problems, and you're gonna get off your plane. You hope that it's on time. You hope there are no delays. You hope that the person sitting next to you don't have bad breath. Like, this is it's a very basic expectation. But when you spend that extra, however much money you spent to sit in the front of the plane, whether it be business class or first class, there's an expectation. Especially if you're doing it for the first time and you're like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me I paid an extra $800-900 to sit in the front of the plane and this all I get? This it? Right here? There's an expectation that comes with luxury. So I think that she's dealing with that as well. I think that has been a very hard, especially in a place like Dubai. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I think she's dealing with a lot of her own. She's created this situation for herself. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I just think that's where she's dealing with a lot of this drama. Okay. So we're going to so I think that's what part of this is dealing with. So we see Stansberry is still living with her best friend. Listen, I get it, and I get it from both people's perspective. Stansberry got a lot of shit. Stansberry has a lot of stuff because that's who Stansberry is. She's got a lot of luxury things, and they're living in a room versus a whole house. So I'm sure it was a really, really big adjustment. And then you have to pick and choose what it is that you want. She also tweeted the other day that she wants to be the villain or the show will be boring. Well, heavy is the crown. You want to be the villain? Listen, I'm going to say the same thing about being a villain. It ain't easy being the villain. It's not. Some people do it well. Some people thrive in that role and they do it well, and other people they don't understand how hard that is too. Hey, what's up, brother Dave? How you doing? I gotta talk to I need to call your wifey. I didn't want to bother her. I know she had a busy couple of days, honey. But yeah, heavy is the crown. Heavy is the crown. It's really, really hard to be a villain. You understand? So Stansberry, and I understand what it's like to live out of boxes. I have been there and done that. I told you guys before, when I was looking for my house, I had to move the house I was in. I was renting my best friend's house, and she sold it. I didn't want to buy it. She decided to sell it. I didn't want to buy it. She sold it before I had a chance to buy a house, right? So I literally had to pack up the house, put everything in storage, and leave just enough stuff out for my day-to-day because I was in the process of buying a house. So I was like, oh, well, it's only going to be a couple of months. I moved back in with my parents. I was thinking, oh, this is only going to be a couple of months. It's only going to be a couple of months. Well, life is life sometimes. And it was longer than a couple of months, okay? I think that's when I bought this house, thank God. But it was longer than a couple of months. And so it's hard living out of boxes. It's hard, especially when, you think things are going to be ready at a certain time and they're not. So they're dealing with that. And of course, even friendship can be tested, right? You could be my best friend and I had your back and you be there for me and I be there for you. But baby, even friendship can be tested and can be pushed to its limit. You see what I'm saying? She has a psychotherapist come over to talk to her. She basically is a form of therapy. Now, listen, I am not going to sit here and say that I believe or don't believe that that somebody can be hypnotized, because it is what it is. I think that the human brain is very interesting, and I think that there are things that some people can do that other people can't do, and vice versa. So I'm not going to sit here and say what can or cannot happen. Okay, like I said, the human brain is a very interesting place to be. But what I will say is, I don't feel like she had to pay that lady all that money to hypnotize her to tell her what the hell that lady told her. I mean, did you have to be hypnotized for that lady to tell you that because of your upbringing, the fact that you were sent to a boarding school from the age of 6 to the time you graduated from high school, that you carry certain personalities that you feel like you have to be in charge because you didn't feel like you were in charge of your life because you ain't want to go to boarding school, but your mama made you go anyway, and you felt somewhat abandoned, and now you are that person, and that Sergio has become a dog yapping at your ankles, and if you don't cut the umbilical cord, you are going to turn into his mother and not his wife. I hate to be the one to tell you, girl, you already his mama. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, O Street. I ain't about to sit here and say that woman don't know what she doing and she ain't good at it. I'm just saying, Stansbury, you ain't have to pay that lady whatever you pay her to tell you what she told you. I could have told you that, and I would have charged you half. I'd have charged you half of whatever whatever. I don't care if it was 5,000. Give me 2,500, and I'd have told you the same thing. Okay, I didn't need all of that information to tell you that you married a child. And he's been a child since y'all were dating. He's been the same person that he's been while y'all were dating. The problem is, for whatever reason, there's something that he was fulfilling for you that you no longer either need or it's become old. Whether it's the physical, maybe he was, blowing your back out. I don't know. That's not my business. Maybe he was giving you a certain affirmation that you weren't getting or you didn't get from your ex-husband. Maybe he just came along at the right time. You were feeling somewhat lonely and he said the right things and did the right things. I don't know. Oh, I'm sure, O Street. I'm sure there was some quid pro quo in that. Sergio, this is the Sergio we met last season before y'all even got married. It's this, you're complaining about the same thing you were complaining about last season about Sergio. And if you go back and look at my reviews, I feel like I said the same thing last season. Listen. Sergio is a child. Do we even know what he does for a living? If this man has a full-time job, he wouldn't have time to follow you around. And she said that we have to do everything together. This man wouldn't have time to do everything with you if y'all were married. I mean, if he had a full-time job. Now, I understand that you don't really need a job because you got old money. But you think he got worse? You would think, right? That's right. That's what he is. He's a retired soccer player. Or I'm sorry, football. American. I mean, football. That's right. I forgot that's what he is. So Listen. Damn it. Y'all know my necklaces always get tangled. It irritates me. I gotta buy one of those. You have one of those guards so that they don't get tangled. Anyway. So she tells him that, first of all, Sergio overhears a little bit of the conversation, and he is losing his ever-loving mind. He is losing his ever-loving mind. Okay? Yeah, I don't care if you were David Beckham. Well, maybe if you were David Beckham, but I don't care if you were like a mid-range football player. I mean, that's just like over here in the United States, an NBA player. Unless you were at the top, the tippity top, or you invested your money well, when you retire, you still got to find a gig. You still need to find you a gig. You need to do something, because unless you invested well, that money don't last. Now, if you invested it well, that's another conversation. There's some people who invested their money very well and they can live very well. But for the most part, once you retire, so I go back to my statement. What job does this man have? That was so intrusive for him to be listening to her therapy session. She can't even do that. Right. That was very much. You watch Spain football and you say he was on the reserves. Ooh. Well, we know he wasn't making no money on the reserves. Now, we ain't listen, I don't even need to understand the European Football League to know that equals no money. Okay. So So when she tries to talk to him about it, he's losing his mind because all he sees is his gravy train is about to depart from the station. And that's how I feel. Now that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. When he heard her say, "We've got to start being a little more independent. We've got to start not doing everything together," what he heard was that gravy train chewing out of the station. Because I know she got a prenup, and the prenup probably gives him a little piece of change. I'm sure the prenup gives him a little piece of change, but it's just that, a little piece of change. He damn sure won't be able to be. He won't be driving around no Ferraris through Dubai, living in multi-million-dollar mansions and flying. No, it's a good little piece, just a little piece of change. And the way he living, it probably won't last him but a couple of months. Okay, that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Now moving on. Brooks, Lisa, no, yeah. Brooks, Lisa, and Talim, they have dinner. And basically they let Brooks know just how bad her behavior was at the party. Now, here's my problem. There are two things here that you can believe. You can either A, choose to believe that Brooks doesn't remember what she said, or you can choose to believe, well, actually, there are three things you can choose to believe. Or you could choose to believe that Brooks gets so blackout drunk that she doesn't remember anything that she was saying. Or you can choose to believe that she's pretending like she don't remember none of this because she knows how embarrassing it was. I go for option number 3, Your Honor. She knows exactly what she did and what she said. I don't believe that she's that drunk. I don't believe that she was that drunk that she doesn't remember what she did or what she said. I don't believe that. That's my personal, I don't believe that. But again, they were basically trying to tell her, girl, look, you can't do the things. That's rude, that's disrespectful, yada yada yada. I don't mind him being a gigolo, but at least be likable. Yeah, because listen, I'm gonna say the same, and again, I said this last year, I'm gonna say it again this year. Stansberry's no fool. She knows what it is. She's not stupid. She understands who she has and what she's doing. She's not stupid. But like you said, I think even his role, like I said, whatever he was providing that made it okay for her, it's starting to wear off. Stansberry, Brooke, damn it, y'all know who I'm talking about. Caroline Stansberry, she's not stupid. You think that she don't see who he is and see right through what it is? I don't think she's stupid. I think the people around her might think she's stupid because did y'all see her daughter? Did y'all see how her daughter was acting at that party? Baby, her daughter does not like that man. But if I were her daughter, I don't know if I would like him either. Like, he acts like he's my age. I don't know if I want my mother married. It's one thing to have an age difference. It's something else to mentally be my age. I don't want my mama marrying somebody that act like me. Like, he can be younger. That's fine. But I need him to act like he got some sense. I don't want... They used to be close last season. I don't know if they used to be close last season or if that's what they wanted us to believe. I'm serious. I don't know if they was really as close as they wanted us to believe they were last season. Now, I do remember them saying that, but I'm just telling you my opinion. I don't know if they was as close as as they wanted us to believe they were. That's just me. So then we see Lisa. Well, I'm not going in order, y'all. I'm just telling you now. We see Lisa with her mama. That's cute. Lisa took her mama down shopping and all of that. It was a cute scene. It was nice to see Lisa with her mom. I think we're seeing a kinder, gentler Lisa this season. I think Brooks made a conscious effort to be the villain, and I feel like Lisa is making a conscious effort to not be the villain. You know what I mean? I feel like it was nice seeing her with her mom. It was definitely nice seeing her going into the other side. We saw that last season as well, going into the older side of Dubai and shopping and stuff like that. And ultimately, she wanted her mama to move there because she said, look, Mom, we ain't coming back to the States. and I want you to move here. You know, I really want that for the kids. I want that for our relationship. I know it's a lot to ask. So yeah, that was cute. And then her mama said, I think her mama ultimately said she'd think about it, which sometimes that's the best you're going to get is I'll think about it. Sometimes you got to take the win. I'll think about it is you just got to take the win. You got to take the win. Then we had this blind date situation. Well, it's not really a blind date. She knew who she was going out with. Y'all. Sarah crazy. Sarah crazy and her friend is racist. I'm gonna get to her friend later. Y'all remind me, Tracy. Don't let me forget to get to her friend. Sarah crazy and her friend racist. But let's start with Sarah being crazy. And crazy. I shouldn't say crazy. That's not a nice thing to call somebody. But because this man say that he don't. Now he said that he believes in. He thinks he believes in aliens. But because this man didn't say that he believes in aliens the way you believe in aliens, then that was the final straw. Girl, just say you wasn't interested. Girl, just say you wasn't attracted to him. Just say he's not your type. But don't come up with something crazy, some crazy shit to justify what you said. Girl, that was crazy as hell. I understand the astrological sign. I think a lot of people do that with the astrological signs, right? A lot of people do that with the astrological signs. Oh, you're a Libra. Well, I'm not dating no Libras. Oh, you're a Pisces. Woo, no, hell no. I get that. But you act like you about to go on a space mission and you about to go hunt for aliens. And if he doesn't support your vision, then you can't live with him. Who gives a flying fukanini if he believe in aliens? Either they real or they not. I could see if you were like, do you believe in a higher power? Do you believe in like aliens? Girl, that's your line in the sand. That's your line in the sand. Aliens. Okay, child. I said fukanini. Child. Cindy, I'm watching these shows through you and it's hilarious. Girl. All right, so then we get to Michael's Good Riddance Party. I hate these producers so much. Why they put on the screen is Michael's Good Riddance Party? That is shady. But I do think it probably is his Good Riddance Party. But it was they had a little party, had the little disco balls and all of that. Michael looked like he got a cute little house, but I know he'd be so happy. He gonna get that thing deep clean. He probably got the cleaners coming. He probably already scheduled it. Girl, he's so happy to get them people out of his house. They say there's somebody for everybody. She'll find her Men in Black one day. You right. You right. So Yasmin was cutting up this whole party. Like I said, yeah, from the beginning, she told her mama she ain't like her outfit to when it was time to cut the cake to her making little snide comments. I don't know if let's just say this. If we are to believe that they were really close last season, then what happened in a year? What happened? Something happened, right? If we are to believe that they really, were close, I don't believe they were as close as they wanted us to believe. I believe that was something they wanted us to believe, and not so much that it really was. It really was what it was. That's my opinion. I'm sorry, y'all. So, thank you, O Street. Really be has a talent of storytelling. Child, I be trying to break these stories down. Now, Sarah shows up with her best friend. I don't even remember this lady name. So, first of all, let me tell you why I don't like her. And y'all know I do not throw the racist word around very often. Y'all know I don't. Y'all know I don't. I'm very, very conservative before I put that label on somebody. I know I am. But let me tell y'all something about this, about Sarah's friend. Let me tell you about Saba. Okay, well, let me tell you about Miss Saba. Let me tell you why I'm going to put this in, and I'm again, this, I'm going to tell you why I say that. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm going to tell you why I say it. On site, she did not like Ayan. On site. The minute Ayan walked in that party with that sparkly, which I thought she looked gorgeous as always. First of all, for once, she wasn't overdressed, right? I mean, she had a sparkly dress, and then she picked up the little disco ball and came in and was like, hey, now let's be clear. We know that everything is edited. So maybe there was more to it. Maybe she did a little bit more. Maybe she was a little louder. I don't know. But the fact that the minute Ayan walked in there and then she was like, who's that? Yeah, I don't like people like her. And somebody was like, what you mean people like her? I mean, just people that have to be loud and have to be seen. Yeah, it's something about her that just made me. Y'all know I don't throw that label on people very easily. Y'all know I don't. But it was just something about her. And then for the rest of the night, she just was side-eyeing. Just side-eyeing. Now, let me explain to y'all what I mean. There's a difference between, because I know somebody might be like, well, she might not have a problem with Lisa. She, Caroline got uninvited to the party, which I understand why Stansbury uninvited Brooks, because Brooks has been off the hook. The last two group sessions, Brooks got drunk and got rude and got disrespectful. So I can understand that. You didn't clock it. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm being sensitive. But let me tell you something. And when I say I think she's racist, I think it's specific to the fact that Ayan is African. I think this woman probably doesn't have any problem with American Black. I do think she has a problem with African. Now, that's my opinion. I don't know that lady. I only met her for 2 seconds on an edited TV show. So maybe I shouldn't say that about her. But baby, that I don't like people like her, that thing stuck on that thing hit me right here. That I don't like people like her, and all you saw was her walk in the room. And now I'm side-eyeing you, Sarah, because you say that's your best friend. And I'm not saying that Sarah is racist. What I'm saying is, has Sarah made comments? I mean, has this woman made comments around you, Sarah, that are, not politically correct about people? I'm just wondering. I'm just asking. That's just me. That's just my opinion. At the very least, she's a snob. At the very least, even if I take color out of it, at the very least, she's a snob. And I still side-eye you, Sarah, because the person you want us to believe that you are isn't the kind of person that would hang out with somebody like that. Right? The person you want us to believe you are, you wouldn't hang out with that type of a person, would you? Would you? Anyway, I don't like her. Moving on. So Stansbury decided to uninvite Brooks from the party, and of course, Brooks felt like it did. She acted like it didn't bother her. Now there was a mixed reaction from the crowd. They felt like, "Damn, you uninvited her! Wow, you uninvited her." Now some people understood. Some people felt like, you didn't have to uninvite her. Now this is what I am going to say. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. I didn't have a problem with her uninviting her. I honestly did not. I honestly did not have a problem with it. I do have a problem with you waiting to the last minute to do it. I do have a problem with that. I feel like you knew you didn't want her to come to that damn party the minute you found out she called you a see you next Tuesday, and you hadn't talked to her. So I feel like you didn't have to wait until the 12th hour to tell that woman she wasn't coming to your party. Now that's my opinion. That's how I felt about it. So we get to the end of the episode, and Stansberry and Brooks have a sit down lunch to talk. Now, like I said, in the interim, we find out that some people feel like this is a jealousy thing. Some people feel like this is all about who's friends. And I think Brooks even said it in her confessional that basically she sacrificed her friendships last year. That her and Lisa fell out last year. Her and Ayan fell out last year because of her friendship with Brooks. Because of her friendship with Stansberry, and how, she got all of this flack, and now they're friends with her. And what basically, what about me? Like, what about the sacrifice I made for this friendship? And now you gallivanting and you all willy-nilly with them now, and now I'm on the outside looking in. I mean, listen, I already kind of talked about that at the beginning of this review. At the beginning of this review, the way I feel about the situation is this. Again, if the goal is for everybody to be friends and everybody's getting along and everybody's cool, then yeah, you might have went through some bumps and bruises last year to get to this point. But at the end of the day, girl, what you mad for? Now, clearly something must have been happening. Clearly something must have been happening either before the camera started rolling or outside of what we're seeing, because based on the way they've edited the show and the story they're telling us, you and Stansberry were cool talking on the phone every day, and you got mad at Stansberry because of the comments she made about Talene. So when did this become about Brooks and Ayan? You see what I'm saying? So either the cameras are telling a bad story, they're editing the wrong story, or Brooks, you putting 20 on 10. And you really are mad about some other stuff that's been going on outside of the cameras. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, we're only in episode 2, so I guess we'll continue to see it unravel, and I'll have more insight. Brooks and Stansberry sit down for this meeting, and Brooks keeps Stansberry waiting. And again, I want y'all to remember, they have to stay. When they're filming a scene, they can't leave unless production tells them, all right, forget it, you can go. So Brooks being late was definitely a power play. It was definitely let me show you who's in charge play. And I think under normal circumstances, Stansberry would have left, because Stansberry already clocked it. She was like, of course Brooks is late. Of course she's making me wait. She's trying to, prove a point to me, yada, yada, yada. So again, I believe that's just where I'm sitting. Because y'all remember on the Real Housewives of Atlanta that time when Kandi was supposed to meet with Kim Zolciak, and Kim was like 45 minutes to an hour late. Now, y'all know Kandi ass would have been left. Kandi is not waiting an hour for nobody in no restaurant by herself. That's a production thing. So for the people that's like, I would have left. Why is she wait? They can't leave. When it's a scene that they're filming, and that's why people get so annoyed, going back to like the Quad situation at Married to Medicine. That's why people used to get so irritated with Quad, is because Quad was always late. And they couldn't leave until Quad got there, especially if it was a group scene. Everybody else is here but you. And the other thing that used to irritate them was, listen, and we doctors, okay? We on call. We had to rearrange stuff to be here. We have, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing that you can't get here? And the rest of us are here, moving around our office hours and everything else to film this damn scene. So when it may not seem like it's a big deal, but those are the types of things that irritate people, because it's like, listen, it may seem like it's only 20, 30 minutes, but baby, it's 20, 30 minutes that I could have been doing something else. And especially when you only doing it because you can, because you know I can't leave till you get here. Ultimately, this sit down, I'm gonna be honest with you, I really didn't get nothing out of it. Because I don't feel like Brooks was being honest. I mean, she did talk about she did talk about the whole, her being friends, whatever. But I'm with Stansberry. So you mad that I'm cool with the people that you tried to get me to be cool with all last season? That's what you mad about? You wanted me to be cool with these people. I'm cool with them. Now you mad? Houseway. So like I said, ultimately, I think that going back to what Shay said, I do feel like Brooks is trying to be the villain. But like I said, heavy that wears the crown. Heavy that wears the crown. Because now you about to be the villain. And unfortunately, this probably isn't the best time for you to be the villain, because you're mourning. And you're mourning a very serious situation. And for those who don't know, her niece was murdered. Literally the week that the season 1 premiered. I think it premiered that Sunday. I think it happened over that weekend. Season 2 premiered. So now you're dealing with a real life situation where you probably need empathy more than anything else right now. And you've created yourself to be a villain that for the next 15 weeks, you are going to have to wear that crown in the midst of you dealing with some real life shit. You see what I'm saying? With that being said, you guys, let me get out of here. I think I'm about to do a really quick live. And then I'm gonna get off of here and I'm gonna do some stuff around the house. I'm gonna start packing. But I think I'm gonna do a really quick live after this. It's 11:45. Maybe at 12 o'clock I'll come back. Baby Peter Thomas. Let's talk about it. It ain't gonna be long. It's gonna be a 25 minute live. But we'll be back in about 15 minutes. We're gonna talk about this Peter Thomas situation. All right, you guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.